Micro, small, medium enterprises. Are these different from usual enterprises? Are they not industry? And why are they so important for our Indian economy? Hello students, welcome to Ecoholics. Today we will be answering all of these questions. We will also try to understand why these MSMEs are so important that they are referred to as the backbone of the economy. Starting with understanding what exactly MSMEs are. When we talk about MSME, it basically refers to micro, small, and medium enterprises. And how they are defined as micro enterprise or a small enterprise or a medium enterprise, it is defined basically on two parameters. First one being investment in the plant and the machinery, and the second parameter is their annual turnover. Based on this, it will be categorized either in the micro category or in the small category or in the medium category. Especially in context of Indian economy, in all the sectors across manufacturing, services, employment, and the overall economic ecosystem, MSMEs are very important and they play an important role, especially in rural as well as semi-urban areas. We'll get into the details of this, but before that, let us understand what is the classification of MSMEs in India at present. So recently in 2025, during the financial bill when it was introduced, there has been revised definition of MSMEs. So why this has been done? This has been done to show support to the growing MSMEs and the contribution that they make to the Indian economy. And this has also been done to ensure ease of doing the business. Now, this update basically facilitates that these MSMEs, either micro enterprise or small enterprise, they can expand and they should not fear that they will lose their MSME status, which facilitates their production, their being altogether. So here two things have been addressed. They can be further expanded, their potential, their production can be enhanced, and they get to retain the MSME status, due to which there are multiple government benefits which are passed on to them. So to ensure that both of these things remain intact, these lines have been revised. Now let us understand the revised definition of MSME, starting with micro enterprises. So previously, in terms of investment, the limit was only 1 CR, that is 1 crore, but it has been increased to 2.5 crore. So if the investment is up to 2.5 crore, it can be counted in micro enterprise. Annual turnover limit, before it was 5 crore, now it has been increased to 10 crore for micro enterprises. Now, it has been done to make sure that more nano and early stage startup can easily fit into the micro enterprises category, which helps the marginal entrepreneur so that they can expand their operations, scale their production, and they have access to the MSME schemes which the government is given. At the same time, this change also recognizes that there has been gradual price rise, which we refer to as inflation, and the cost of machinery, equipment, infrastructure gradually increases over time. Other than that, for small enterprises, there has been revision. Investment limit has been changed from 10 crores to 25 crores, and annual turnover limit has been changed from 50 crores to 100 crores. Now it enables the small, medium enterprises so that they also can qualify for the benefits which the government is giving under this particular status, and these small scale businesses can also expand their operation and modernize accordingly. Last, we have medium enterprises. The investment limit initially before this revision, they had 50 crores. Now it has been increased to 125 crores. The turnover limit has been changed from 250 crores to 500 crores. Now, this has broadened the investment limit as well as the turnover limit, almost double in terms of medium enterprises. It includes all the fast growing startups and medium sized firms. This facilitates entry of businesses, new businesses which are already existing in the domestic economy, but they want to go ahead into global value chains without losing on their MSME benefits that they are getting from the government. And it also aligns with India's MSME definition, and it places Indian economy's definition very close to the global definition also. So all these revision has been done in the definition of MSMEs in the context of Indian economy. Now this redefinition is very important because it encourages credit facilitation to all these enterprises is the large turnover and investment eligibility that these enterprises will have, which will facilitate them to get more access to priority sector lending. And when will they get priority sector lending? Priority sector lending is given to specific sectors which are in need of credit and they are marked by the government. MSME is one of those sectors. So they can get larger turnover investment limit. With that, they will have better access also. It will also help industrial upgrading in terms of modern technology, increasing productivity. Business growth will increase expansion of operations, and new thresholds will also promote natural progression and growth. Other than that, government schemes can be better targeted. They will facilitate every ambit of entrepreneurs in MSMEs, and it will also give a direct boost for export. Now, medium enterprises can now participate in global tenders because the limit has been increased and international market without losing all the facilitation they had because of the MSME status. Now coming to the main point on which we started, that why are MSMEs important for Indian economy? If you see, starting with the very first point in terms of employment, where at present 40 to 60% a wide range of population is dependent on primary sector. In this situation, it is the second largest source of employment in our country, and it employs more than 11 crore people directly, and the number can be higher if we say indirect employment also. Second, it facilitates inclusive growth. If we are talking about entrepreneurship, MSMEs are the best way to promote inclusive entrepreneurship because it facilitates scheduled castes, it facilitates scheduled tribes, it facilitates women's artisans, and it is geographically distributed. The status is available across India, and it will help in reducing the regional disparities that we have. Other than that, there will be support to large industry. Now, large industries also need support from ancillary units. Now, these MSMEs will act as ancillary units and become the part of supply chain for large industry. They also contribute to GDP, and the number is not so small, it's 30%. So if we facilitate them, this number can increase in coming times, which can directly facilitate our overall economic growth. One thing that we have already covered, that is export contribution. At present, MSMEs contribute 48%, nearly 50%. They are major players in textiles, leather, handicrafts, pharma, and engineering goods. And further boost in that will not only facilitate our foreign exchange rate, it will also facilitate our foreign exchange reserves. It will also strengthen our economy. And this revision will also promote innovation and flexibility, which is very important for making sure the initiatives like Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, PLI schemes, they actually work out in the favor of the sectors they are meant for. Now, the MSMEs contribute in such important ways to the Indian economy, and they are the ones which are forming the foundation, backbone of Indian economy, and thus that revision was important. MSMEs are important. This revision is much in line with the required changes. But at the same time, MSMEs are facing multiple challenges, such as they have very much limited access to formal credit. most of the time you will find MSMEs, because of their specified small growth, limited growth, they are financially crunched. And to ensure this situation is mediated, they need access to proper credit. Formal credit access is limited and there are very high interest. There are delayed payment from buyers and government departments. As they are financially crunched, this situation also does not help them. It makes difficult for them to survive. It has inadequate technological adoption. Now, because they are financially crunched, technological adoption, innovation, the flexibility they could have had is very much limited. Other than that, the regulatory compliance burden, the regulations and its compliance by MSMEs is very complicated. It includes taxes, it includes labor laws, it includes environmental clearances. If they're involved in exports, then it has international clearances as well. And difficulty in accessing global market because they do not have quality and certification appropriate for global market. If these challenges could be addressed well in time, as way ahead, it becomes, it will be a pointer for Indian economy, which can help Indian economy further in coming. And government has already taken multiple initiatives to ensure that MSMEs keep growing and they are facilitated, such as Udyam Registration Portal, which is a very simplified self declaration based registration. Government has also brought in credit guarantee fund trust for medium and small enterprises. There is Z certification for the quality improvement and sustainability. There is emergency credit line guarantee scheme which was brought in COVID-19. There is RAM, that is raising and accelerating MSMEs productivity program. PM Vishwakarma Yojana, especially for traditional artisans and craftspeople, so that they can also earn, they employed, self-employed, in terms of using the MSME status. That was all from my side. I hope you have understood all the dimensions related to it. If you have any doubts or concerns, you can put it down in the comment section. For more such videos and content related information, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.